All of us, rich or poor, young or old, living in cities, towns, villages or the countryside, use public spaces every time we leave our homes. Public spaces provide the environment for much of our community life, and clean, safe, accessible and attractive streets are fundamental elements of an environment that is pleasant to live in. All of us instinctively know both good and bad public spaces when we see them. And numerous surveys throughout the years have demonstrated that issues such as
global warming,
main problem litter,
all kinds of rubbish and beds and everything there.
Abandoned vehicles,
especially chewing gum.
I think graffiti, I suppose, a lot.
Are high up on the public's list of priorities for local authorities to improve. The simple fact is that most people want their neighbourhoods to be cleaner, safer and greener. But unfortunately, whilst the majority of people are responsible citizens and respect their environment, a few are not. And the impact the actions of these few can have on the environment can be immense. People who mistreat the environment not only contribute to its poor quality, but also impose a financial burden on us all. Last year, Vale Royal Borough Council spent £1.2 million on street cleansing. We dealt with 1,400 fly tippings costing over £35,000. We investigated 490 reports of abandoned vehicles. 93 of these were confirmed and removed, of which 21 were burnt out. This cost the authority over £64,000 last year alone. We collected over 3,000 tonnes of litter and road sweepings. That's enough to fill over 180 double-decker buses. But in addition to these, there are many other factors that lead to poor environmental quality. These include dog fouling, graffiti, fly posting, poor lighting, poor road maintenance, neglected land, and noise nuisance. All of these in some form or the other can lead to serious reductions in the quality of our local environment. Some people are not aware of the consequences their actions may have on the environment. Others are well aware, but simply have little respect or don't care. Over the last few years, the government has recognized the significant importance local environmental quality can have on the social well-being of communities. Local authorities, their partners and stakeholders are increasingly being expected to tackle the causes of poor environmental quality, rather than the outcomes of it, like most have done in the past. The government has given local authorities new powers to tackle the causes of environmental crime and has put in place processes to measure local environmental quality to ensure it improves in the future. However, a good environment also involves many other things as well. It involves the good design of public spaces and buildings. Poor design can often strip away a sense of local identity. We need to achieve a sense of place where local character counts. We also shouldn't forget that where we live today has been shaped by our heritage. We must continue to protect and sustain our historic environment. With sensitivity and imagination, it can be the stimulus for new design, a force for regeneration, and a powerful contributor to people's quality of life. We also need to consider our local environment within the bigger picture. There's now overwhelming evidence that climate change is happening, and there's a need for urgent action to limit the rate of change and the damage this is likely to cause. The release of greenhouse gases through the continued burning of fossil fuels is trapping more of the sun's heat around the Earth. The concentration of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere has increased by about 40% since the Industrial Revolution. And we are seeing the consequences of climate change now through more unpredictable weather events. Most people agree that something should be done, but unfortunately, most people also see it as someone else's problem. We all have a critical part to play every day of our lives. The way we live doesn't have to cost the Earth. There are actions we can take right now that will make a difference and save us money as well. Simple things like turning your central heating down by a degree and not leaving your electrical appliances on standby. Organizations and individuals need to act together to tackle this problem. Tomorrow's climate is today's greatest environmental challenge.